When you get under the influence, you say stuff you don't mean, you do things then you don't even remember that you did it.
Like kind of what I think with abstinence, like that's not a realistic approach.
They kept drinking and drinking and drinking and shotgunning beers for virtually no reason other than to get wasted.
You can't tell college students not to drink, they're gonna still do it.
Oh, the worst reason to drink is to forget.
I think the worst reason to drink is to forget.
The worst reason to drink is when you're angry or upset.
Definitely if you're depressed and you already feel like you need to hide your problems.
Just had a bad day. Like, I mean, I know things get rough, but, I mean, take a nap.
You don't do stuff that you would do normally, so just not knowing what you're gonna do is probably the worst thing. I've held a lot of my friends' hair back before while they vomit.
They started drinking and stuff, and this one person got really, really drunk. Well, it was two people. They got really drunk and they just ran off. We was like, where'd they go? And we thought we were playing pranks on somebody, and so they leave, and then we get a call, and we're like, oh, somebody's in the lake. It's like, what happened? They jumped into the lake, and the girl who ran with the other person had to pull them out.
I live by the bathroom, so girls would come into my dorm almost pee, because they were not aware of their surroundings. So I was like, had to make sure they didn't pee in my room. So it was like, yeah.
In my experience, the stupidest decision that they made was they punched a hole in the window of the Galloway, like common room.
So we had both been drinking, and I wasn't thinking, and he was like, let's go to Cookout. And so we get in the car, and like he's going, and then halfway there I'm like, oh my god, you were drinking. And then he's like purposely trying to scare me, and it was just a bad experience.
He was leaving a party with a full car, like his four-door sedan, and he hit an intersection. He took his BMW a little bit too fast over this dip, and he lost traction and ran into a tree and killed two other people in his car, and including himself.
Drinking responsibly would just be knowing how much you can take.
Probably having maybe 2 or 3 drinks within like 2 hours-ish, and that's about it. So not really exceeding the limit.
As I said, know your limits.
Knowing your limits.
Knowing your limit.
Know your limit.
Know your limit.
Drink water constantly through the night. Eat something before you go drinking, and then just take care of yourself.
Eat beforehand, eat meat, don't eat bread, because bread will just absorb the alcohol and it sits in your stomach, which is a common misconception. Eat meat because that's protein and it will help break down the alcohol faster.
Know what you should and shouldn't do when you're drinking. Drink water, that sort of thing. And 2, not to drink and drive, I think is the bigger issue.
College campuses are aware that students are going to be drinking, and there's not really much they can do about that.
I think the problem is that we're telling people not to drink instead of to drink in moderation.
But I think with abstinence, like that's not a realistic approach. Just teach like more safety and just knowing your limits as a person, because you can't tell college students not to drink, they're gonna still do it. But just promote just safety, knowing your limits, like I just said.